we just watch?
All right, and I guess we are live.
Yeah. What did we just watch?
We just watched Whiplash.
Well, in rapid succession, we just watched Whiplash
and Birdman, which we are going to talk about.
Yeah,
because for some reason we thought they were really comparable movies.
Yeah, and welcome to Jamcast.
Oh, by the way, happy birthday for those of you whose birthday it is today.
0th birthday.
For your birthday, you get the very pilot episode of Jamcast. Lube your ear holes.
Not sure if that's gonna stick.
Tagline pending.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's worse. It can be moved around.
It could be worse than
it could be worse.
The new tagline.
We were originally going with 2 dudes, 1 condenser, but then we thought, let's put some confidence.
Yeah, some confidence. It needs to be a bit, come off a bit more confident.
No, it just sounds a bit overconfident. But we watched Whiplash after we watched Birdman yesterday.
Yeah.
And after watching Birdman, we said we have to compare this to Whiplash. Because for some reason we thought that the two of them were similar. And now I think we should get to the bottom of why.
Honestly, okay, for me, it's the similarities basically begin and end with it's set in a theater. And it is colored similarly.
It's juicy.
It is very juicy. Each scene is one color. I don't know if you noticed.
I did notice, actually.
Yeah, like, I'm just thinking of in the beginning of Whiplash when they're like, well, not really the beginning, but the middle. Spoilers.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so if you haven't seen Birdman or Whiplash, just don't. Actually, no, do.
Absolutely do.
They're watch them. Just
fantastic movies.
Press pause.
Yeah.
Watch both of them.
And then come back.
And
listen to our stupid opinions.
We have no authority in any of this. We just like movies.
yeah, that's basically it.
So you didn't like Whiplash
at first.
It grew on you because you felt an obligation.
I felt an obligation.
So walk us through your dislike of Whiplash.
You know what? I had a lot of points, and none of them came back this time. Okay.
Initially,
it's because the drumming was not great. We have microphone issues.
We're playing with this mic like 2 cats and just a dangly dick.
Oh my god, this poor one guy is gonna listen to this.
Confidence, Luby.
Confidence.
You didn't like Whiplash.
Okay, the drumming was bad.
Even though the illusion of this movie is that it's the rise and fall. Well, not even fall. The rise of this aspiring drummist.
Okay,
really, when we do Black Sabbath.
Well, okay, watching it a second time, I don't remember why I hated it so much the first time. Miles Teller is not a good drummer. However, the clearly overdubbed drumming that wasn't Miles Teller was amazing.
Was it overdubbed?
Every time he was supposed to play good, it was clearly overdubbed.
Well,
I'm gonna... See, now that I'm recorded, I'm gonna have to look it up after and make sure I'm not...
Well, fuck it, who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like that we're authorities on this or anything. But do you think sometimes I even wondered if they used a body double.
A body double?
For the good drumming parts.
Yeah, it's possible.
I mean, the fuck do I know?
The fuck do any of us know? Wait, okay, so tell me what your thoughts on Whiplash were.
I fucking loved Whiplash.
Okay.
So, one of the reasons why I think Birdman and Whiplash are so similar is because they're just so... What I said at the ending of both of those movies, they're just physically exhausting movies.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where do I even begin? I want to start with saying that whoever directed Whiplash is amazing. And what I noticed from the credits is that it was written and directed by the same guy. And I think that adds a lot to the quality of a movie, because you can't know a movie or a piece of text any better than if you direct it and write it yourself. And yeah, it's just a physically exhausting movie, because if you notice, a lot of the times the shots, I mean, the transition between shots is really fast, and even when they dare to give you an exhale with long shots, it's usually a close-up of somebody's face.
Yeah.
So you see all the intention and all the intensity behind someone's performance.
I was wondering about that, like, about halfway through, is every time you see a close-up of somebody, it's their face.
It's their face.
Like,
and and that's why this movie is so intense, because you're just right up there in Miles Teller's face, just counting the beads of sweat.
counting the beads. Yeah, he goes from dry to ridiculously sweaty in about 30 seconds.
His hands are just so moist.
Oh, okay. I remember one of the points that pissed me off about it.
Yes.
They ended Whiplash with, it's like, how should we end it? Drum solo. Drum solo.
Well, what's the movie about? Derms.
Arguably not.
Well, yeah.
Derms. They said derms.
But it's about derms.
It's about the derms. Which is, yeah, it's fair, but it's like, you know, it's like suddenly does J.K. Simmons' characters, Terrence Fletcher, it's his name.
Terrence Fletcher.
Yeah, it's like suddenly does he just like approve?
Well, I guess Miles Teller, it's like the last Batman syndrome. Suddenly, Batman got good at punching Bane. and suddenly, Miles Teller got good at hitting things.
But he was good the whole time. That's the thing. It's like J.K. Like, okay, spoilers has already been said. J.K. Simmons went through this whole thing of like
his whole speech about finding this new Parker. What is it, Terrence?
Charlie Parker.
Charlie Parker.
Yeah,
Charlie Parker.
Yeah, he went through that whole thing of like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this kid over because you know, he ruined my career, blah blah blah, and then at the end he's just like, oh, you're cool. Like he went through this whole thing of fucking him over, which he did, and then came back and he's like, I can drums.
Well, yeah.
And then he can drums, and then that was the end of the movie?
Well, yeah, because, I mean, I think that you gotta give some leeway for some artistic, I don't know, suspension of disbelief. You just gotta appreciate that the plot gives you a nice, big, warm hug at the end, and you go, wasn't that nice?
Yeah, how about that? But was it, though? I think I would have liked a more committed ending.
Committed? Okay, how would you have ended?
Like, either, fuck the kid over, or fuck over Terrence. None of this, like, oh, let's play a solo.
In between garbage.
In between garbage. Okay, and then I made this point whilst we were watching it. He's like, offers this kid a part in this band.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, we're gonna play this church. And he's like, I'm down. Would he not ask to practice at least once with the band?
Yeah, so that's a thing that happens a lot with the movie, is that they just get the charts once and they're literally gonna fuck it, do it live.
Yeah, and then this Caravan, they do this whole like, when they're playing that, there's that whole like, oh, switching drummers till 2 a.m, which is like fair, that's awesome. And they're like, oh, we're gonna play it the next day, like at this huge competition that we need to prepare for. It's like, then why the fuck would you give them the chart the same day that the day before? You're learning, like, is it not just bad planning on his part?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a bit of cockiness. Maybe that's how they do it in the real world. I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
I could not
My jazz
tell
band
you.
experience was not even remotely high school.
Yeah, I went to high school.
I went to high school, and that was the extent of that. So I don't know, but I feel like one day to learn an advanced chart is not enough, even for people who are crazy professional. Because, like, even, let's say you get the basics down in a day, fine, but there's millions of things that you have to learn through, like, practicing. You're gonna learn people play different parts differently and where to bounce off them, and it's like this whole thing.
Yeah, it's like it's giving the movie's giving this this whole expectation that musicians just adapt. They're just these chameleons that can just, oh fuck it, hey, new drummer, day of, we can do it.
We can do it. Yeah.
So you said the movies were very juicy.
They are very juicy.
I want to talk about the
visually
colors.
juicy. Yeah, no, it's like, I noticed this. Like, I don't know, like, they were in the studio practicing. Yeah. Like when they first get in there, and everything is like this shade of reddish brown.
Yeah, and you know what I think it is? I think this movie, a lot like The Prestige, I'm breaking the rules and I'm going to a third
Haven't
party.
seen The Prestige.
Holy shit. Well, it's...
That's next week, Jamcast.
It deals a lot with, like, the obsessive nature of a performer.
Yeah.
Where was I going with this?
I don't know.
Oh, right, because of the colors. A lot of if you notice, all the shots where Miles Teller's character isn't playing jazz or is doing something a regular dude would do, the colors are very, very, like, bland, green, like, almost kind of gross. In the deli, when he was having pizza with his girlfriend, when he was having dinner with his dad, in the movie theater is very run down. But when he's playing jazz, like, the jazz room is like this rich mahogany, I don't know, woody kind of feel, and it's orangey and it's nice and it's soft. Even in the auditorium, there's a nice orange color too. So it's just like the only time there's color and, like, fun and juiciness in his life is when there's jazz. Because when he has to be a regular jack-offs, it's all white and gray and
White
green.
and gray and washed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is actually very true and very valid. Yeah. Yeah, the theater was like the spot where it actually got bright and... Jeez, you're making me notice things about cinematography. I don't normally notice these things.
Yeah.
I just noticed the
what
colors.
What
and
else
I
was it
like,
about
this is
colors?
green. What does
Oh,
that
I think it was pretty cheesy in the beginning how, the opening shot is Miles Teller's... I don't remember his fucking name. I'm going to call him Miles.
Miles.
Miles' character. He was wearing a white shirt. And then J.K. Simmons comes in, he's wearing a black shirt. And then when he starts out as a newbie, Miles Teller's wearing a white shirt, and his conductor's wearing a black shirt, because they're opposites. Whoa.
Oh. You're like reading into the colors of the shirts like people read into the shirts of the Breaking Bad.
Shirts of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, man, that's a whole thing.
What?
Yeah, like if you look up the clothing of Breaking Bad, like Maria's always wearing purple. Skylar's always wearing white for innocence. Like, it's this whole thing.
Well, I mean, I guess directors do stuff other than sit in chairs and tell people it's lunchtime.
I couldn't tell you. I've
I
never
couldn't
met a
tell you either.
director.
I've never been on a movie set. But if you're looking for people...
Me too.
How's your birthday going? Whoever's birthday was at the beginning of
I
this
hope
thing.
it's good.
I hope it's going well. And hey, you found 2 new friends to hang out with on your birthday.
Says yeah.
God.
Should we talk about Birdman?
I think
think
anything else you want to say about Whiplash? If you had
uh,
to leave it off with a comment sentence.
those are not paradiddles.
Those are not very good. There was that one tape where Miles puts on a DVD of himself as a kid.
Dad, watch my paradiddles.
Go figure that an 8-year-old kid would not know what a paradiddle was.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I knew until it was. Well,
I hope the mic picks that up.
It might. We'll see. This is a
We'll
drumming microphone we're recording into.
Oh, yeah, so it has to do its job.
Yeah, it has to. Even if it was playing in the next room over, it'd be like, I hear drums.
I hear drums.
Yeah.
Drums.
Drums. It's the drums. Yeah, let's talk about Birdman. Wait.
Birdman.
You closing statement on Whiplash.
It'll be a quote.
Okay.
Come play for us. Oh, that was the best line in the movie.
That was pretty. Oh yeah, that's arguably.
All right, well, I mean, it's
Okay,
just...
you know what? You know what about the whistle? Well, I'm gonna say my favorite quote that I remember is,
Yeah.
"There's no 2 words in the English language more
Better.
powerful than good job." Oof,
Dude, that's too real.
that's
I've heard that. I had a director who was just like, who still to this day is just like, never compliment your fellow artists because then you're just capping them. You're giving them, like, you're telling them, this is the level you reach. Don't go farther.
yeah,
And it's kind of like, God damn if that's not true.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It is. No, and you have to be like watchful of yourself and everything you do, because it's like if you become complacent and you're practicing and warm up routine and whatever you're doing, chest workout routine.
Just workout. There's a lot of, I don't know, nowadays there's just a lot of jerk off moments where someone is just gonna be happy to be your bro and just jerk you off.
Ah.
Like, oh, nice set, or, you know, good job, or hey, mom, thanks for coming. Oh, you did great.
Yeah.
It was
Well, I
alright.
mean, I think that parents are exclusive.
Exclusive.
Or, sorry, exempt.
Exempt. Yes.
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 Because it's like,
they're
shucks.
supposed to say that.
Yeah, but
Oh.
like anytime you're practicing, and you think to yourself, "Oh, that was good," try harder.
Yeah. Yeah.
It probably was, but still, keep going. You got work to do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. No matter how good it is, you can always improve on
It's
something.
just, I think it's just an impatience thing. Like, oh, I want to be good at this now, and I want to show this. I want to get rewarded for this.
Yeah,
Because
which
the rest
is completely fair. It's like, I worked on this thing. Let's show it off, and then people are like, "Oh, that was awesome." It's like, probably was. However, you still got this huge arc of things you can
Yeah.
work on.
Another thing I liked about Whiplash, that kind of reminds you of Birdman. It's just like, who was the bad guy here?
In Birdman?
Just in Whiplash. Like, okay, you see that J.K. Simmons' character is a huge dick, and he puts people through this torture. But I think he's kind of justified by his speech at the bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can, like,
At least you fucking tried.
at least you fucking tried.
So Birdman.
I love Birdman. Oh,
Okay.
I love Birdman.
Yeah.
It.
Arguably one of my favorite movies.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just okay. So recently, like a movie that I always go back to recently has been The Prestige.
Tomorrow.
And and Whiplash. But then I fucking saw Birdman, and I think there was a moment where like my eyes watered, not because it was emotional, although it was, but they were just so wide open that they were dry. And I
Yeah.
was tearing up from dry eyes.
Well, I think I got a little bit emotional the first time. I've seen this movie 3 times already, which is not weird for me. If I like a movie, I'll watch it multiple
He
times.
likes to go from 0 to 100 real fast.
Real fast. Well, yeah. Well, I think I watched it first about 2 months ago. And I've seen it about 3 times since then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a good movie. It's a comfort kind of movie. Yeah, but I think that during Emma Stone's speech.
I was thinking the exact same place.
that was good.
It's almost.
Okay, this is where I have to break up my list of quotes.
Yes, please
Yes.
do. In the meantime, it's almost like she was yelling to me. I mean, and I think that was the point that, I don't know, I guess the director was trying to make. It was just kind of like a broad statement to the audience, because you couldn't see Michael Keaton in that shot, and you kind of were face to face with Emma Stone.
Yeah.
And her telling you, you're trying so fucking hard to be relevant. And are we all trying to be relevant?
Yeah, you're doing this because you're scared to death that you don't matter like the rest of us.
Oh, what? Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh my god, all these quotes revolve around things that Emma Stone said. Like when
I
they're on
think
the
that
roof-
was a great character. Her character was great, and had some of the best lines.
Yeah, was that Edward Norton?
That was Edward Norton,
Okay. Yeah.
the guy who couldn't get it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
spoilers.
so there's a yes. Well, he did. I mean, that was a good scene. Yeah, but another one is I'd pull your eyes out of my head, put them in my own, and look around to see the street like I used to when I was your age. That was good.
Right.
Yeah. Or it's like a candle burning on both ends, but it's beautiful. But it's beautiful. Yeah. Those are my quotes from it.
I know. I liked Birdman because there's so many layers to it. And it's really obvious that there's so many layers to it, and you just kind of end the movie going like, I want to watch that again, and I want to understand it completely.
Yeah.
You never will,
No,
but
man, like I don't even close to analyze movies as deep as you do, but
I get such a hard on from understanding it.
but teach me how to Dougie. Just
You find every detail, and you're like, that was on purpose.
that's on purpose. It probably is.
I guess that's why. I don't know. So what I want to talk about first in Birdman, oh my god, is that how do you perform that you're performing? How do you act acting?
That's what I was wondering the whole time. And okay, on top of that, how do you act that you're acting as a bad actor?
I think you just straight up have to be a bad actor, or have to.
Is it like triple negatives? It can't, or double negatives? It cancels it out. So you're just a bad actor.
Yeah, all you have to do is just be bad at acting. for that one scene. There was, oh my god, because their performances changed, like on stage when they were showing the preview or on actual opening night. Their performances changed depending on what happened backstage. So when Michael Keaton came into the theater on preview night when in his underwear because he had to like walk in the rain.
Oh, that was good.
If you notice that, he was such a ham when he was going up the aisle. He was like doing all this like William Shatner work, and he was being like, I'm such a ham," because he was taken out of it because he just had to walk through Times Square in his underwear and had people boo at him.
Yeah.
And he was in his underwear, and I don't know, and it fucked up his acting.
Is that a thing that happens? Like you have to get in a certain mindset before you.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're around performance enough, you can tell dishonest like action and
Yeah, but isn't that like
words on stage?
I think that he did mention that at some point. Like, I don't remember where it was exactly. I think it was like when he was freaking out. He was like having a massive trashing his room, and Zach
With his
Galifianakis.
powers?
Yeah, his powers.
Oh, I'll get there.
I forgot about that. We're getting there. Yeah, but Zach Galifianakis comes in and he's like, "Hey, curtains in like an hour." He's like, I can bury it. Is that a thing? Yeah. It's like no matter what's in your life, you just have to go out and.
That's called professionalism.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Fair enough.
I don't know. Well, that's what I wanted to start with, is that I love that it's like, okay, in this scene, this actor is going to act like he's acting, but then in the scene where, huge spoilers, Michael Keaton shoots his nose off on stage.
Yeah.
And he says, what is it? I'm not even here, or like, I don't exist.
Oh yeah, I don't exist.
It's not his character. Like, well, it's not the character he's playing on stage, it's the character he's playing in the movie.
Yeah.
And I think it's just, first of all, Michael Keaton is just a fantastic actor. And second of all, the director knew his shit.
Yeah.
But I got that.
Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the thing I noticed most about this movie is it feels like a play.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Like a live performance.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
It does. Like the lines feel like very rehearsed, and like one after the other. You know. It doesn't feel as organic as, say, Whiplash did.
Yeah.
Where it's like, that felt like real conversation. As a Birdman, it was like, the lines were clearly rehearsed. They were not, like, stuttering. It was just on it.
Yeah.
Which is like, that felt really good.
And, like, so jumping back to Whiplash for a second. So Whiplash is just, like, throw your head forward really quick and then, like, hold it back. That's Whiplash.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know how to explain Whiplash.
That's about it.
And so, like, the flow of it was really choppy in Whiplash.
Yeah.
Because it's like, cut, and now you're next day.
Yeah.
And it kind of give you the simulation of, like, start, stop. God, like, how you get Whiplash.
Yeah.
Which is really clever. And what drew me to Birdman immediately was that, like, since the whole thing was based around the life of the theater, let's talk about the one continuous shot.
Yeah. That was.
That's what a theater performance is.
I
It's
hope
just like
simultaneously that it becomes a thing, because no movies do that.
That sounds, honestly, that looked like it was the hardest fucking thing to pull off.
It did. Like, and well, Birdman had the same thing where it's like if it was a shot of someone's face, it was a shot of their face.
That's also what made it look like a play.
Yeah.
What made it feel like a play, because all there was just like this person's emotions right in your face, because that's like they're moving from face shot to like close up to close up to close up, and they were always centered on the camera.
Yeah.
So you could not avoid it if you wanted to. Is that how much time we have left?
Well, if you want to, you could go longer.
I don't know. I feel like I'm nerding out.
Man, I'm down to go longer. Fuck this. We set a very
unrealistic.
Yeah. Unrealistic standard.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, screw it.
Just fuck it. Let's just go until we poop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the fact that it was all one continuous shot, because in plays it's just scene transition to transition to transition.
Yeah.
And it's all just about the people on stage.
You know, well, okay. There's the Emma Stone monologue. You're just worried that you don't exist like the rest of us or whatever. That was a huge example of, you know, having a shot of somebody's face just hold there. Well, they actually show off like their natural acting ability,
I
which is
know.
like clearly they hired actors
To do this.
to do it. Yeah.
And
Well-
it just like pokes. I think in that way it pokes fun at a lot of like exploitative movies like Transformers and shit.
Well, yeah, they were
Because
obvious.
it's-
No, they were like ripping on Avengers. Who's the guy who plays
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner?
Yeah.
They
And-
put him
and-
on a,
and, like,
they put
Robert
him on a
Downey
cape.
Jr..
Yeah, they put him in a cape too. Yeah, they were like clearly, ripping on that. It's like
Because it didn't really.
Or well, what I was gonna bring up was when he was at the bar and he was like drunk talking to the reporter. These are all just fucking labels, and it's like, yeah, like, and she says
she's
you're no actor, you're a celebrity.
You're a celebrity. And it pokes fun at like current contemporary movie making so much because of that. And it shows like it doesn't use a lot of special effects. Like there are there, but it doesn't do anything super extravagant.
Yeah.
And it's all just people.
Yeah.
It's like showing you like this is all it needs to be. Quality stuff.
It is, yeah. I've, this movie and Whiplash are both examples of, special effects aren't necessarily what make a movie
What
good.
Make a movie good, yeah.
Yeah, actually, special effects tend to be the thing that ruins it for me as of recently.
As of recent, you've really grown.
As of
since
recently.
I liked Pacific Rim.
I never said I liked Pacific Rim.
You said you liked Pacific
I did not. I text Patrick. And I text him after, and I was like, I am not drunk enough for this movie.
Which one did you like that I thought was super shitty?
Godzilla.
You liked Godzilla?
I liked it at the time, but now that you brought up all your points about it, it was like, yeah, that was not a good movie.
How you've grown.
Yeah, it was good for the last 30 minutes.
Yep.
The hour and 45-minute build-up is a bit much.
Was a bit lacking.
Yeah.
And then I just wish they would have focused on like the most like the Japanese man and Godzilla's romance.
Godzilla.
Because at the end we're like, oh, another spoiler by the way for Godzilla is when Godzilla dies essentially, and the Japanese man was like, Godzilla. It almost looks like he was gonna kiss Godzilla in the face.
I wish.
Good night, sweet prince.
Godzilla. That's Godzilla eating you. Yeah.
God.
That movie was cool. I liked it. I guess.
I did.
Bryan Cranston was shoehorned in there.
The best part of that movie.
Let's talk
was-
about other movies that got big celebrities shoehorned in them. Knights of Badassdom.
Oh
with,
my God,
Tyrion Lannister.
Yep. Was it Peter Dinklage?
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. Yeah, he got shoehorned in there. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I want to say Michael Fassbender in Prometheus, but I don't know if I have.
No, he actually had a pretty crucial part, if I'm remembering correctly.
I did not like Prometheus.
I liked it because space.
I didn't like it. I thought it was boring. It had kind of like the Interstellar. Also, shocker, I'm not a huge fan of Interstellar.
Well, that one we disagree on.
Yeah, because you have the same motion, like, because of space.
Because space.
and I just
because
think,
science.
like, and I think that's the reason why I don't like it, because it's just so in your face, like, you're seeing all this science, we're so fucking sciencey right now. Oh my god, we're so fucking... And it's just boring. Well, hey, obviously,
I think it's pretty good.
it's Christopher Nolan, and he apparently made the most accurate representation of a black hole, or something like that. I don't know. Is that wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, ignore that.
Yeah.
I don't
Let's
know.
not talk about Interstellar today, because I have points to make on that.
Oh boy,
I don't know if I can. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna promise talking about Interstellar, because if we made it. Obviously, after the last debacle where we tried to talk about movies at Matt's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was unable to bring up any points that were valid.
What was the scale that you used for that night?
About 11 out of 5. Alcohol.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we made a rule that if we're gonna talk about a movie, watch it the day of or the day before.
Yeah, so you have fresh.
So you have fresh ideas to talk about.
I mean,
Which is completely valid. I couldn't talk about Interstellar right now. Especially the fucking...
I don't know. Maybe tonight is the night that we just leave a night like tonight to just sound pretentious. And about movies.
About movies?
Or about, yeah.
I...
Like we pretend to talk like we know what we're talking about.
Sure, but I think that we put the disclaimer on the beginning that, well, I absolutely have no idea what I'm talking about.
Oh, I have no idea. I just
Yeah.
have opinions. I farted.
How dare you?
Shit, it was a silent one. They're always silent when you don't want them to be.
Yeah. You think the mic would pick it up anyway?
No, I mean we could add it in post. But
what
it was,
post do you think?
I don't know.
Do you
Well,
see this
stick
rig right
around.
now?
Before we press stop on this recording, we're gonna go right to the mic and go,
Okay.
and that'll be our
All right,
post.
and then that'll be our sound
That'll be
bite.
our post.
That's our sound bite.
Our
Yeah.
soundbite. Should we go back to talking about Birdman? Or is there a more
Yeah.
important
We
thing?
just wanted. We were talking about the reporter in the bar.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was okay. That was my point.
Fuck.
Is yeah, that was just right on Michael Keaton's face.
Yeah.
The whole time.
The whole time. The whole movie was just performance after performance after performance.
It was unbelievable.
Okay, so what do you think about essentially Birdman's or Regan's, that's his character's name.
Yeah.
Regan's powers during the movie. Do you think they're real? Do you think he actually had
Well,
superpowers?
that's the whole, debacle at the end. Spoilers, extra super spoilers. Not that we didn't spoil everything. It's spoiler enough. Spoilers.
Ah, dude, you spoiled it.
Shit. Yeah, but that's the extra ending. Is like the ending thing. It's like, could he actually fly?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he could.
I don't think he had powers.
No, he didn't.
No. I don't
No,
think so
it was
either.
just like I think that he was too stressed out, mentally breaking down. Thinking about what could have been if he'd had made Birdman 4, and then he's like, oh, like I am this. There's no escaping it, and then yeah,
I
That's what I
think it was all about taking control.
yeah,
Like that's his one way of taking control of his own life.
yeah. He kept mentioning the Birdman was saying like, oh, like you could always get back, like you could always do it
always
again.
come back.
That's like as the central theme throughout the movie is
Yeah.
like you could always come
You could
back,
always-
and
we
he's
can make
fighting it
another
off
one.
like he's like,
Get
no,
back
I'm gonna do Broadway. It's gonna be a big thing.
And then he would use like his mind control powers whenever he didn't have it. He didn't
Oh,
have
yeah.
that control. He essentially made the light crash onto his actor's head,
Yeah,
which he couldn't physically do it, but it's just like
yeah.
he got what he wanted. He got a better actor out of it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The first time I watched the movie, I thought that because I had no idea what it was going into it.
You thought that what?
I thought that he actually did it. I was like, this is a movie about a telepath. Sweet.
Well, initially they make it look like that,
Yeah.
but if you think about it, like
Wait.
What?
What was up with the comet though? Like at the start, there's the comet, and at the very end, after he shot himself, there's...
Birdman.
Really?
I don't know. That's one interpretation of it.
Is it though?
I feel like it was like Birdman's like soaring, cause like
It's the beginning of Halo 3, is what it is.
oh yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's like because they have these really cinematically juicy shots of like the jellyfish.
The jellyfish, I good. Like I got the jellyfish.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
it's
like the
he
comet. It's just like I don't know, the plummet or the rise of the Birdman. Because it precedes the movie as in like this cinematically indulgent comet soaring through the sky, and then it just goes Walter White, Tidy Whities.
Yeah.
So it's that comparison of like he had all this like this career of money and just fucking look at flashy, and now and this is his real life. Complete contrast.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good interpretation of it. Like I honestly,
I don't know.
I don't know. It's an interpretation.
It gives me a hat on to interpret it.
It is an interpretation. I can't say for certain.
You should say for
yeah.
certain. How dare you give me space for my opinions?
Yeah. Sorry.
You used to be assertive. That's why I don't love you anymore.
Why don't you look at me, Jerry?
It's like fucking a plushie.
I do what I can.
Are you caught up in Rick and Morty?
No,
Oh, so good.
I stopped at Ripple Nipple, piece of shit.
Ripple nipple pieces.
That was the last episode I saw.
That was a good one. The Yoon episode?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah, especially the line like you're better at doing what I do without even trying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
know.
I have to watch it again. To be
Yeah.
honest, this is why we like my memory for movies and shows.
What's our demographic?
Yes.
Like, who are we? Okay.
Whoever.
You know what I
decides.
want to hear?
Huh.
Two dudes talk about unrelated movies
Yeah.
and maybe some cartoon references here and there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who really listens to podcasts? People on road
I think
trips.
we're getting too meta.
That's about it. It's so meta right now. So yeah, if it was a video podcast, I don't know, but cameras are expensive.
I'm wearing sweatpants.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I couldn't dress up for you, baby.
The suitcast.
I'm totally ripped, though.
Yeah.
Oh, the hot local singles in your area.
In your area. Yeah. This one weird trick will help you listen to this podcast.
Wives hate this podcast.
Wives hate this podcast. Yeah. Our demographic is actually 40 to 60-year-old women. It's gonna be the one guy after this, like, I'm your demographic.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow, yeah, confidence. Lube
Oh,
your ear
lube
holes.
your ear holes.
Yeah, lube your ear
That's
holes.
right.
Any final points to make about Birdman?
Oh, shit. I wish I had just one quote that would summarize, like, my feelings about Birdman.
I got you.
All right. In the meantime,
I don't know how many I have, honestly. I added one actually yesterday when we watched it.
yeah.
Ironic that I just picked up my cell phone for this. The one I wrote down yesterday. Stop living your life through a cell phone screen and have a real experience.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah.
I love that one.
That's a good one.
I loved Edward Norton's character.
Yeah, he was great.
I think it goes without saying, but the fact that he always picked truth and truth or dare, and she's like, pick dare. No, truth is
You're
everything.
boring. Yeah. That's like the when they're on the roof, that felt like a play.
Yeah,
The way they
'cause
talk.
that's what it is. Just like scene after scene after scene after
Yeah.
scene.
Line to line to line.
You know what I didn't get, or what I'm trying really hard to get?
Huh.
The alternate title for it.
The unexpected virtue of ignorance.
Yes.
Okay, I think
It's very wordy.
I think I interpreted that yesterday as. So at the end of the movie where he blows his nose off, he wakes up in the hospital.
with
Zach
a nose that
Galifianakis.
looks like him in the bird mask.
Yes, well done. Even when he kills himself, he's still the Birdman.
Birdman! Shit!
So yeah, it's so Zach Galifianakis comes in with a newspaper that says the headline
Also,
reads.
who would have thunk it?
Yeah, Zach Galifianakis is fucking good.
Yeah, that and like it's kind of a funny story, like that movie he did where he was in a psych ward or something. I like that. Go on.
I need to watch that then.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't think you need to.
Yeah, I'll
going.
watch it anyways. I'm up for it. I'm always up for
And then
movies.
Zach Galifianakis comes in.
Yeah, so he comes in. He holds up the paper, says, unexpected virtue of ignorance, and I think it was kind of a commentary on, I think it parallels with Emma Stone's speech, where it's like you're just worried you don't exist, and so he's mentally breaking down this
Yeah.
whole time, and nobody knows, like nobody else understands or even thinks to look at what he's thinking. Nobody really knows until the very end when he speaks
Nobody
to his wife.
knows.
Oh!
Jamcast podcast.
Yeah, so nobody knows he's been through any of this until the very end when he speaks to his wife, and he's like, "Oh, I tried to drown myself, but these jellyfish essentially saved my life." And it's like, so I think that's everyone's ignorant of the thing that he was going through, like all this stressful situation. That would be my interpretation.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope.
Is that
I just like it. I just like that.
yeah. Is that a good place to end it, or final thoughts?
Final thoughts?
Final quote?
What is that one part where Michael Keaton says, "You and your friends all trying to be viral," or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you know Birdman better than I do. Give us a final quote. Something that'll reach me for generations to pass.
I already read all of my quotes.
Yes, but that they weren't closing ones.
They weren't closing ones. Truth or dare?
next time on Jamcast.
The end. Thanks for joining us.